Hello everybody and welcome to this video preview to my brand new Forex Market Advanced video course, which is now available. So my name is Kayan and the point of this video is just to give you guys a really good preview and understanding of what I'll be teaching you guys in the advanced video series. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to explain the course in detail, take you over to the computer screen and show you a lot more of what you'll be learning in terms of using Microsoft Excel spreadsheets to track and analyze economic data, the videos I'll be covering in the course, and the main content which will help you guys become more professional traders after the video series. So breaking down the course, this course is very, very different to what I've already learned online, which is always just based around technical analysis and looking at chart patterns, which is not the professional way to approach the markets. You're going to be learning in this video course how to analyze macroeconomic data and look at economic indicators in the same way that hedge funds, investment bank traders, professional investors, governments, central banks monitor economic data as to see how an economy is performing, and how an economy is performing has a direct impact on the response that will be set by central banks and governments with fiscal and monetary levers to direct the economy to successfully achieve their mandates, which are politically motivated to making sure you have maximum employment, strong levels of growth in an economy, steady price inflation, to make sure that the citizens within an economy can experience prosperity for their wealth and their well-being. So it's really important to understand how economic data does have a big impact on the value of a currency. And then later on in the video series, you'll be learning how to time our fundamental trade ideas by learning how to analyze economic data using technical analysis and other strategies, which are important, but they're more to do with a timing mechanism when we're trying to trade our fundamental trade ideas. So you'll be learning the same economic data that you'll be learning if you was to study finance in university or economics in university, but you're going to learn a professional approach to how to analyze this data and generate real trade ideas in the market. So what you'll be looking at is leading economic indicators that predicts how an economy is set to perform over the next 12 to 18 months. And the prediction that our leading economic indicators are analyzing is really telling you how a central bank and a government is likely to react using interest rates and money supply to direct the economy in the direction that they were trying to get the economy to achieve their dual mandate and targets. And this is looking at coincident economic indicators, which is what is happening in the economy now. So we're looking at, for an example, employment data, we're looking at inflation data, growth data in the economy, and the leading economic indicators are going to be predicting what's going to show up in the coincident economic indicators later on in the next 18 months. And the central bank and government response is going to have a direct impact on how a currency performs in the exchange rate. So it's a really advanced way of analyzing this, and we're using Microsoft Excel spreadsheets to break down economic data, create a final analysis on the performance of an economy right now and moving forward to generate long-term trade ideas and catch fundamental trends in the market the same way a professional trader does. So it's a really unique approach, which only a small majority of people understand how to do. And this is why I'm really excited to share this knowledge with you guys and generate really good trade ideas in the currency markets. So for an example, we'll be analyzing the United States throughout the video series, looking at all the major economic indicators to get an idea as to whether the United States is experiencing inflation or deflation, so strong levels of growth or contraction in growth. Is there strong levels of employment? Is there good levels of price inflation? And then we're going to get an idea as to the reaction by the US government and the central bank. And then we're going to do an exogenous analysis in the second half of the course, where we start to analyze the United States relative to Australia, and we look at really important data like balance of payments, imports, exports, relative GDP growth, for an example, looking at the relative interest rates, which is a key driver in the currency markets. And you'll be really learning how to analyze this. And this is all done in Excel spreadsheets. So all you do each month is just take the data, update it, and you're constantly having a changing bias to how the economy is performing, and that is very adaptable to the market. So it's a really advanced way to generate really good fundamental trade ideas, and then we move on to using technical analysis, price action, risk management strategies to then get into the market and time our fundamental bias that you will be learning through our macroeconomic analysis in the video series. So it's very, very advanced, but you have to do the advanced way to get currency trading right. So I'm really excited to share this knowledge with you guys and help you guys learn how to trade professionally. Also, you get 24/7 support team from our team that's set up to support you guys after you've taken the course. You also get 6 months mentoring from myself, and we have a live analyst channel where we update you on what's happening in the live market. So you don't just take the course and you're left by yourself to try to understand the data. You have the support of us guys to really teach you after you've learned the course if there's some things you are not understanding in the video series. So we're here to support you and really make sure you get a really good education on what you're learning. So what I'd like to do now is take you over to the computer screen, go over this course in more detail, show you the spreadsheets that you'll be learning from, show you the videos I'll be covering, and hopefully you take the course, and I'd love to hear from you after you have it as well. So let's go over to the computer screen for a rundown on the advanced course. Thank you. Hello everybody, and welcome over to the computer screen, where I'm now going to show you how we use the Microsoft Excel spreadsheets to analyze economic data. I'm going to take you over to the website and show you the members area access that you will have to view the videos. And I'm going to show you our 24/7 Telegram support team, where you can have any of your questions answered once you have taken the course. So our first spreadsheet we're going to look at is our endogenous driver analysis. And this is really looking at the US economy in its entirety, where we're not comparing the US to any other country, but we're just getting an idea as to how the US economy is performing at the moment. So we have our leading economic indicators, which is predicting how the economy is going to perform moving forward. We have our coincident economic indicators, which is showing us how the economy is performing now. And then we have our lagging economic indicators, which is showing us how the government and central bank are reacting to what the leading economic indicators are predicting moving forward. So this is really a scorecarding system where we score for inflation or deflation in each economic indicator, and it gives us a final bias as to how much the economy is experiencing growth or contraction, to generate an idea as to whether the currency is likely to increase or decrease in value based on the reaction by the central bank and government. So each economic indicator has its own separate page. So we'll be looking at this data in depth and getting a really strong fundamental bias as to whether each indicator is giving us an inflationary or deflationary outlook for the US economy. And this helps to generate our trade idea as to whether we predict that the US dollar will be gaining or losing its purchasing power. So this is really advanced, and it's a great way to analyze economic data and understand how we interpret this data. And then once we've run through this endogenous analysis, we then do an exogenous analysis, where we actually have the same kind of spreadsheet for Australia, but then we look at further economic data such as GDP, relative GDP between Australia and the US. We look at balance of payments for international trade, and then we start to look at the major exports of each country to get an idea as to what causes the currency to be in high or low demand. We look at the difference in interest rates, stock market returns, and this gives us a final bias as to whether we want to be buying or selling the Aussie dollar US dollar exchange rate. So this is very advanced and gives you a trade idea based on the macroeconomic data we will be analyzing, which is fantastic. And then once we've got our trade idea, in the video series, you'll be learning through each economic indicator in depth with an individual video for each driver we're paying attention to in the market. So the first 12 videos, we're giving you a foundation of the markets, understanding which currencies to trade, understanding interest rates, understanding how much leverage and margin a broker will lend you, understanding lots, profits and loss. So when you're taking trades in the markets, we teach you how to analyze volatility for risk and opportunity. And then we break down the indicators, which I was just showing you. And then once we've done that, traders, we then start to use technical analysis, price action strategies to time our fundamental trades, understanding the type of orders we'll be implementing to take trades in the market, and using risk management. And then I've also included lots of bonus video material for you guys to understand other effects that could cause a currency's price to appreciate or depreciate in the currency markets. You then have a 24/7 support team available to answer any of your questions. So you can speak to Will and ask him anything you like, and he will always be available to respond to your questions and give you anything you need in terms of support. So you have this available at all times at your disposal. And then we have an analyst channel here where I'll be posting live videos in the mornings explaining the markets in detail, so you can understand what's driving currencies throughout the trading day, so you can actually understand what you've been learning in the course and implement it into understanding the live currency market. So there's so much content available for you guys, a lot of support, and I hope this is something that you guys are interested in taking if you would like to take our advanced course. So thank you for watching this preview, and I look forward to potentially speaking with you as your mentor. Thank you.